like, is it? How did the other ones get infected? I could never figure that out. How did the other ones get infected?
Contact.
That's what I figured.
Just by touching it?
Through the dog or
oh yeah, skin
whatever,
cells.
whatever contact they had with the alien.
Yeah, because it's like
They had hazmat suits up the ass in the movie, didn't they?
no.
This is an older movie.
In Antarctic.
Yeah.
So it's like the freezing cold was like their enemy and their best friend at the exact same time.
It was the enemy's strong point. No, it was their strong point because the fire was their weakness. Because what they could do, they could freeze, but then they could regenerate themselves just being single-celled organisms while being thawed. So if you could freeze them and thaw them out, you could put them anywhere.
It's like there's this one scene in the movie where they're doing the blood test scene. It's just
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
And it's like they draw blood from every single one of them, and Kurt Russell's character heats a wire and touches the blood, and because
the idea is being as a life form, you're like you have the flight or fight syndrome. You know, if you're gonna touch something hot, you're gonna back away from it.
Yeah.
Well, since their single-celled organism is the organism, that is the whole organism. They're say the blood is entirely infected with the organism. They're all like a unit now.
So if you cut off your arm would sprout legs and run away.
Yeah.
That's how
they work as a unit as a whole at the same time. So so when they attach the fire to the blood, it's like touching your hand. It's gonna want to save itself. It's gonna want to back away. Yeah. So when they touch the blood with the infected, it's like it shoots everywhere and it makes a scream.
And they immediately just like burn them.
Yeah.
And it's great.
The alien knows when it's caught, so it'll transform. It they hadn't seen that guy transform.
And he's like shaking on the couch and catches. It's like
he turns pretty crazy. Like all of them have a different transformation.
His head splits apart
really cool.
with teeth in it. It's like, oh my.
Oh, and the part where the guy's like trying to defibrillate that guy, and he fucking does this, and the guy's stomach opens up with teeth and fucking catches him and cuts off his arms.
Yeah, like here.
Hilarious. It's really creepy too because it happens. You don't expect it. It's just like normal.
Because it sets up earlier in the part he's defibrillating him, and it's like all of a sudden it's like after like twice or something like that. Third time's like, oh, I'm like protecting myself this time around.
Wow, that's awesome.
Then you don't know you're infected. Do they know they're infected? No.
Just until it happens.
Yeah, well, the alien would have control enough to.
It's like when when the alien part gets attacked. That's when they'll.
And there is no cure for it either, right?
No.
They just found out about it. There's no other than fire.
Even the dogs are not immune.
Anything that's an organism can be affected.
It's like they even have like flowers and don't they? Or,
that's in the thing from another planet.
No, I'm talking about like when they open up the dog part, and they could see like the little like spore looking things. It reminded me of flowers.
I'm trying to think.
It's like showing the other like how it's mimicking other species from other planets, and it had like when it's like there's a dog in there, and there's something else in there that's not human or dog like.
Oh, okay. It's showing its true form without the. Yeah. Okay, I see.
Are we talking about Flowers in the Attic?
No.
You said Flowers. I'm thinking Flowers in the Attic, my favorite all-time horror movie.
But I did like the thing. It's a good movie.
I haven't seen the thing. I need to watch it.
I don't know why I thought about this, but a good movie. It's by George A. Romero. Monkey Shines. It's a good movie.
I've seen some of it.
It has the best monkey death scene.
Oh yeah, because the dude in the wheelchair, right?
And he bites the monkey, and he's like for 5 minutes, he's like for 5 minutes he's fucking twisting this monkey around, and then he throws him, and the monkey dies. It's so funny. Like she actually linked me on YouTube with it one time on Facebook. It's just like that clip. He's like
That's pretty funny.
Oh, it's great, dude. I laugh for hours.
Yeah, that's pretty hilarious.
Not hours, but
Well, are you ready for the New Thing movie?
New Thing movie?
Yeah. You know how they have the Norwegian base when they go see it? Mm-hmm. It actually shows you what happens at the Norwegian base.
Okay, that's cool. With the Swedish people.
And so I'm still trying to figure out how the movie's going to end.
Yeah.
It's like, is it going to end with them taking off after the dog?
I would assume.
It's like, then you'd have to, then I would like to see that. And then just pop in the next movie right after. It's like,
lesser quality, but still good. Still ties in.
And they said they're going to actually have practical effects in that movie.
That's cool.
That's what I read. So
that's cool. And see, like the thing from Another Planet is pretty much like it's mixing what it's like. I don't know. It's weird because it's mixing what the newer one had because the Norwegian people did what they found on the thing from another planet, but they were Americans in the thing from another planet, which is a weird thing.
Gotcha.
You just need to watch this good. And it's like...
Well, I know. You'd be hyped up for it, you know? It's like you can see that or a boy and his dog, and it's like, oh.
Dude, they're both fucking good.
Oh, you know? It's like, damn. You know, then... But I'm always busy, and I got stuff to do.
Yeah. Apparently, the person who just texted me, I'm weak because I guess we're already going to bed at 2 o'clock.
Was that what he said?
That's what he said.
So he's not coming?
He is.
Oh, well.
That's what he said before. I was like, well, just come over.
Why do you say you're weak?
Because I'm not on top of my game because I'm getting tired at 2 o'clock. Sorry, I have to get up at 6 o'clock every day for school and work.
Yeah, I know, right? I had to get up at like 5:30 today. Sorry, Jerry Marge. Faggot.
Well, it's like...
I forgot. You're not supposed to say his name on here.
I told you could sneak one in. What about...
What, Jack?
I can't even think of a question anymore. You took it. Like, people are like...
Oh, well, what do you think of butt sex, Seth?
The trials and tribulations.
I love making jokes about it, but I would never do it. And it shocks everybody when I tell them that, too.
How does it make you feel, Ashley?
I'm glad.
Relieved.
That is terrific.
Bitch pisses me off, though. Wait till we're getting all hot and bothered. I'll stick it right in her pooter. Her pooper. There we go.
That's terrific.
I'll diddle in her pooper.
All right, well.
What? One more question.
One more question?
Yeah.
What?
I'm trying to think. That's why I can't think of one. But I want to ask another question.
Well, if you want to ask another question, why do you think of another question? Since if they're asking me to do another question.
Well, we're talking about another question, so thank you. Eventually.
All right. What question do you have for us?
Yeah, there we go.
Fine,
I got one. What's your favorite movie soundtrack? You know, like the score, or like mine's is The Social Network, because it's Reznor. It can be Sucker Punch or the Goblin, you know, from Dawn of the Dead, or
Sucker Punch. You can't have that one.
Goblin is good.
Yeah, I like the Goblin.
Because it does do. That's how I found out about Lucio Fulci's film, because they did the soundtrack to all those movies.
I think the soundtrack to Trick or Treat's badass.
Oh, yeah.
That's a badass movie.
Yeah.
I can't really think of one right now. I know there's some really good ones out there.
I like all the Tarantino.
Detroit Rock City.
That's fair enough. All right.
That's a good.
No, let's put it this way. Not the literal soundtrack that they made for it. I hated it. It was fucking stupid and terrible.
What do you mean?
Just the literal CD that they made.
Oh, so you like the movie soundtrack within the movie? Okay.
Not the literal one that they made because it's gay as fuck.
Because they left some songs off.
Dude, and they didn't even do Cat Scratch Fever by Ted Nugent. They did it by Pantera.
Oh yeah, they added like the cover.
Fuck that shit.
I hate when they do that.
I'm pissed. They
No,
didn't have half
I
those songs
don't like
on there.
Pantera.
I don't either. I thought it was fucking gay.
Not really a big fan of Pantera.
Why?
Fucking gay.
Because of that right there. I don't need a reason. Alright, now, like I said, if you have a question for us, feel free to ask it.
Oh, I know exactly what question I'm going to ask you. What is your take on the Resident Evil series? Movies.
Oh, he asked me this.
Movies?
Yeah, the movies. Okay, we have our own discussion. Like, what's yours?
Alright. Let's see. Alright, when I have
You can break them down if you want.
I have I'll go from day one. I had my first expectations. The first one, I was really hoping it'd be just like Resident Evil 1 with the mansion and everything.
Both of us was. At
Lo
least
and
I
behold,
was.
I was very disappointed in the fact that it wasn't like that. But I did like how they kind of mixed it on the first one. After the first one, I hated them all. They were disappointing and everything. I did, however, enjoy Afterlife just for CGI effect, even though it had nothing to do with the story, because I'm so disappointed that I'm used to it now, so I'm actually starting to enjoy it through Afterlife and on.
They should have just dropped the Resident Evil name.
Exactly. They
should have called it Biohazard, you know?
There you go.
And then
they literally should have called it Biohazard.
Because it seems more of a Biohazard movie than a Resident Evil
I just
movie.
think if you're going to put the characters that are from...
That's a Japan name, right?
If you're going to put the characters from the game in, I think the characters that you're putting in there should be exactly the same.
Oh, they could resemble the characters from Resident Evil. It's like...
Yeah, well, like, if you put Biohazard name, but like...
Let me tell you this. Jill does not have fucking black hair. That pissed me off. Because she has black hair in the movie. And she's a total bitch. She's not a bitch.
Yeah. And she's in the first one anyways.
Jill?
Isn't she in the first game?
Yeah.
Yeah, see the...
yeah, she's the main character. She is a prominent character, and, like, I don't remember seeing her in the third one.
She's not in the third one.
Wait, movie or game?
No, she's not in Afterlife, but she's in... She's not in Extinction, but Afterlife.
She's in Afterlife. Does she die?
She's in Afterlife?
Yeah, because, alright, you know, like the scene after...
the same Jill?
Yeah, she has the thing on her chest.
Oh, okay, yeah, because they're trying to do...
And she has blonde hair.
Yeah.
So it's like...
Does she have blonde hair in that
Yeah, she has blonde hair in that.
But in 3, or on 2, Resident Evil 2, whatever it was called...
Apocalypse.
She had black hair.
She does.
What color is her hair?
Blonde,
okay.
Blondish.
Okay, well, in the Afterlife, it's like full-blown blonde.
Well, they probably got that look from Nemesis, where you could make a case for it being black. You know what I mean?
It's brown.
Nemesis.
It's actually like a... I remember the case. It's like a very lightly tinted red brown.
Yeah.
See, like, if they could do, like, the Cube... Have you ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, if they can do that, just put it in a mansion.
Yeah.
See, in the... Like, Moonlight Sonata and all that crap, and it's like...
Yeah,
it'd be perfect.
they could have made that movie so much better.
And even if it, like, simpled or better, you know, the first time you meet a zombie is, like, when you go through that hallway and it's eating the little thing on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my God, that
That'd been a really cool, epic moment, but it's like, there's not.
Oh, I love that. That's an epic moment. That's actually one of my favorite zombie moments. Where that zombie just...
Yep.
Resident Evil remake, though.
The
director's cut remake, of course,
He
yeah.
turns his head and you're like,
that was fucking awesome.
oh, you son of a bitch.
And they're creepy as fuck on that one, too, especially when you get the mutated ones.
Is there...
The one you have to burn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crows and all that good stuff.
God, that sucked. Those first ones were creepy as fuck.
See, there's no alligator. I would like to see an alligator in it. In the movies.
Yeah, because on...
I'd like to see him use acid rounds.
Yeah, me too.
Not even the ammo, you know. Even the
Isn't
simple
there
stuff.
sharks in remake?
Yeah, the GameCube version.
Yeah, there's sharks, right.
Actually, I think there are ones in the
I don't
original.
know.
Where's the giant spider?
I think there is. The original one there is. There's sharks, but it's like not even what it was on remake.
Where's the giant spider and where's the giant snake?
Giant snake's in there. Oh, not on the movies, sorry.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the movies?
Yeah, the movies.
Okay, alright.
None of them are in there.
No.
None of them.
Not yet.
There's no really creatures in the movie except for the executioner from 5 and
Parasites.
Don't say it.
What?
Because if you say number 2 has Nemesis in it, it does not. It has Nemesis' gay brother. Feminist.
Feminist? Well, I'm just saying characters. I'm not in general, not like.
Didn't they have Tyrant and
Yeah, third one.
third one they had Tyrant in there?
Yeah.
Wait, which part?
At the very end, when he fights like one of the main doctors, he's injected himself.
Wait, which
or he
one
bites
is it?
himself.
Which one is it called?
Extinction.
Extinction. I can't remember.
It's like
she finds like the thousands of her clones.
Yeah, and she's finally when actually battled the tyrant in the mansion.
I can't remember.
Mansion.
It's been so long since I've seen. I've been so disappointed.
Yeah.
The most recent one I seen was Afterlife.
Yeah, but I think the disappointing one for me was 2. 1 I can forgive because I understand that, you know, when you have to make a movie, you couldn't do the whole damn thing in the mansion. You know.
Yeah, you could.
You could have.
I think you could. It would have been more like an oldie type, like A Boy and His Dog. That was more of a silent, like just like a kind of carry on kind of film. That's for like somebody who's in doubt in their movies, and I think they should have made it like that rather than just trying to get the popularity of a fucking action film.
They could totally do Resident Evil in the house because they did the House on the Haunted Hill.
Well, if they
and all
could
that good stuff.
just pick up on the story. You know what I mean? Don't start the story. Just pick up in the middle of the story. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to sit there. I mean, you could do the whole running to the mansion for help, and then after that, you know, just let it go. You know, kind of like how the actual game started. But I mean, the game started with like, oh, what the hell is going on? You know what I mean? But I think if you drop like, oh, what the hell's going on? I mean, you know what's going on, but you know,
like a cold open.
Yeah, it's just like a, oh, what the hell? Kind of like how Sucker Punch was. You know what I mean? It's just like, what?
With the curtains.
Yeah.
Like, now this is a brothel. I thought it was insane. Where'd the color come from?
Yeah, it's like, oh wow. But I think you could do that. But number 2 was the most disappointing one because number 2 they had promised you Nemesis, Jill, and Carlos.